Good morning, Collision crew. Thanks for coming back. This is another episode of Crypto Collision UK. So starting this week, I'm going to be dropping a new feature. And this new video I'm doing is basically I'm going to drop into X, check out the pin post that Collide do on a Monday, where they lay out the 5 projects or however many projects that they're going to include in their Insights Week posts. They basically pick 5 projects. They post each day 1 post per project, and I'm just going to hop in, check out the pin post, take a look at each of the projects at a really top level, and just see what they've got going on. And that's I'm going to do that once a week, possibly early on in the week. So if you like that, please subscribe. Anything I say in my videos are not intended as financial advice. They're just my opinions, so always do your own research. Well, let's drop in and take a look. So to start with, let's have a look at Humanity H. So when I was doing this, I noticed that they actually tagged the wrong account. So I have commented in their posts, basically Humanity Protocol. So let's have a look. I'm going to drop in, have a look, new tab. Okay, so what's this about? Humanity's standard of trust. Initially, I'm always skeptical. I'm perma-bull, and I believe that, and as I've said in previous videos, I think that there could be an infinite number of tokens that are tradable. They're not all going to have value, but there's no reason why a company can't set up a token, and even if they use it internally, run their own run the blockchain and have it, have their own token. And we're still really early on, so a lot of these tokens may go to zero but still get used within the internal infrastructure. However, that's a sidebar. I'm not suggesting Humanity is not a valid project that's going to boom, and from what I've seen from Collide have been posting, that looks pretty solid. But let's take a look. So their X account, 185,000 followers. That's pretty massive. Again, you can't just take that as a green light for everything's phenomenal, because of the way X works, and historically you've been able to buy, well, you'll probably still do it now, buy accounts, pay for verification and all sorts of funny stuff like that. But Linktree, let's have a look. Humanity Protocol, Humanity's standard of trust. So, okay, they've got something to do. They've got a partnership with MasterCard. Again, partnerships, you kind of have to be a little bit skeptical initially. New tab, let's have a look. Humanity Protocol taps MasterCard open finance technology to enable secure access to financial services through Human ID. Again, so maybe it's not a partnership then, they're maybe just using APIs. Today we're through to announce a new integration. Okay, so it's an API integration, not a partnership. Still phenomenal. They're obviously working with mainstream suppliers. The tech stack supports this kind of thing. So protocol website, let's have a look at the website. Yeah, nice to put together. Humans, your identity on chain. I mean, with these projects, I'm just going top level. What I would suggest is you follow Collide's account, which is we_r_crypto, and it's free alpha. Because if you like any of these projects, as I say, once a week, and quite often they'll do an article. I'll work with them on some of this stuff as well. And you'll get an article on these projects, and you can kind of just, without having to do all the research yourself, you can follow our research path and kind of get a really good idea of whether there's any green or red flags and what you like. So quick look. Developers, enterprises, Fair Drops, Moongate Industries. Again, I'm not going to go into all of these because I could be here all day. X, Discord, LinkedIn, Telegram. So they're on all the major social platforms, forum platforms. Developers, let's have a quick look at the token on CoinMarketCap. So the ticker is H. See how it's performing. Is the ticker H? That's the question. Let's search for anything like that. Humanity H, there we go. Humanity H. Okay, so weekly it's up 133%, and with the current market, that's pretty mad. But you can see that they've had some massive wicks. It's been a crazy run this last couple of weeks. So again, we know that pump and dumps happen all the time, so you've got to be a little bit dubious about this sort of thing. But you might find some big news and some big narratives that are backing this. And again, that's something between videos that I create and Collide, you should be able to get a pretty good idea of that. So market cap 1.73 billion. That's a solid market cap. Max supply 10 billion. Unlock market cap 1.73. Yeah, I mean, the stats look good. Where can you trade this? If you want to buy this token, where we're buying it? Pancake, Binance Alpha, Bybit, BitGet. Yeah, and again, it's listed on some solid centralized exchanges. Gate, BitGet, Bybit, Gate, KuCoin, Mex. Yeah, so there's loads of green flags. There's nothing that stands out at the top level that's like, that's a scam or a straight up rug pull. That doesn't mean it's not, so do your own research. But to start with, solid looks. I'm now going to move on to the next project in their 5, with their picks, which is LabTrade. Not a project I've jumped into yet. In one of my previous videos, I did say I'm going to take a look, and I will take a look. A deep dive into this. I just haven't yet. New window, no, don't open a new window, that was me. Open it in new, let's take a look. Tab. There we go, so, I'll follow up. LabTrade, multi-chain trading infrastructure, overlay app and Telegram. Trade and analyze with sub-second execution, low fees, transparent rewards. 678,000 followers, massive following. It's a big account. They're posting most days, not posting multiples each day, but you're getting a fairly good frequency of posts. And again, that's quite, consistency is massive, right? So if you've got an account with big following and they're only posting once a week, or there's massive gaps, or if the content's not on point, again, that could be a red flag. This looks pretty solid. These guys are keeping up to date with the socials. Let's have a look at their website. The unified layer for on-chain trading, designed to cover the entire trading experience, brings smart execution, analysis, perps, and rewards together across every platform you use. Staking, so I can launch the app via here. So it is a Telegram trading bot app. Staking, let's have a look at that page. Okay, so you can do that via the browser, connect your wallet and stake. I haven't looked into, let's see if we can find some details on the staking. Your position, no, I've got a position open. Do they have any lab? 1 billion plus trading volume, 3.5 million total trades, massive back by some big names here. OKX Ventures, KuCoin Ventures, some other massive names down here. I mean, solid project. And if you were to buy, again, not financial advice, but if you were to buy BNB before the last bull market, you'd be doing all right. So some of these exchange tokens can be phenomenal holdings. You just, with this, I'd say it's like not this specifically, but like penny stocks. They're high risk, right? But if you're willing to buy them and then pay attention, I'm not doing it daily pay attention, but pay attention to the projects and development. Some of these can be the massive gain, massive runners, because when the bull market, if a bull market kicks in, I believe it will, then it can be platforms like this that generate massive demand for their own token, especially if they're introducing new features and stuff, and you're gonna get that. So just keep an eye on projects like this. Let's have a quick look on CoinMarketCap. Their ticker is LAB. Number 202. Market cap 5.96 billion. Max supply 1 billion. The token's been having a massive run again the last couple of days. Huge. up 354% in the last week. Again, that could be a bit of a flag, but from what I've seen, the project's been trading on CoinMarket. It's been tracked by CoinMarketCap since October 2025, so that's relatively new. Just keep an eye on it. It could be one of them tokens that. Well, would I be buying now? Probably not. I'd perhaps want to see a bit of a pullback. I mean, the wicks are massive, aren't they? The 4 hour. Yeah, I'd probably start. I'd take it if you like the project. Follow Collide. Follow my updates. Do a bit of research yourself. Take a small punt now, and then maybe dollar cost average in over the next few weeks. Just get yourself in position, but just don't jump in. Don't take massive risks with it. Okay, I'm going to take a look at the next project, which is Portal Coin. Not one I'm familiar with. Keep clicking that wrong button. Right. Apparently I can't use a mouse, which is good. Portal Coin, let's take a look. Follow, 286,000 followers. Again, these accounts are massive for relatively new projects. Where AI meets game creation, lowering barriers from idea to launch with AI native tools, creator-first workflows backed by Animoca brands, which are another big entity in the space. They've got good backing, it's always a good sign. Well, it's usually a good sign. I'm going to take a look at their website. Announcement Portal 2.0 is here with a new team, new strategy. Okay, so they must have had a bit of a shake-up lately, which could be it's a good or bad thing. Again, you're going to need to dig into these things before you come to any conclusions. But the website looks spot on, like impactful, well put together, unlocking game creation, explore portfolio, 6 projects in all. Okay, so they've got active projects, launched, in development, launched. Yes, these are pretty cool. They're already producing products. Play for free. Log in with a full game. Yeah, this is sick, to be honest. If a company's live, right, and they've got products you can, this is kind of, yeah, if they've got products you can use, and they have minimal friction for you to use, so you don't have to sign up too much, you don't have to give up too much information or pay to play. You know, if the friction points are low, then and they've got working products, then that gets good. That's ticks in my box. I think they're green flags. Products. Let's have a look. Resources. Works with your stack. Portal Studio. Connect your agents. A virtual workspace for agent orchestration. Portal Game Router. Route tools to generate through one control panel for clear spend and ownership. Agents use the same API and MCP across tools with fewer handoffs. Portal Game Gen, Portal Game Hub. Yeah, these are. If I could summarise, one-stop shop. That's what they're trying to. That's what they're aiming at. And look, they've got products. The tech looks good. So, without jumping any deeper, first glances solid. Let's look at their token on CoinMarketCap. Their ticker is Portal. It's a 4 hour. I'm just going to jump into the weekly because the market's been immensely volatile, as I'm sure you all know. So you can see it's performed like it's behaved. The tokens behave like a lot of the tokens in the space. Bull runs, drawdowns, and then consolidation. The project must have had it. I haven't checked when they had the shake up or what narrative it was that whether the team fell out, abandoned. I'm not sure, but it looks like they've started back up, going again. and things seem to be picking up. 200% increase in the last week. Yeah, keep an eye on that one. Project looks great. Hop onto the next project. Collider featured. Stargate Finance. Cementing it. I'm just going to check this out. Collider. So cementing its throne as a native cross-chain liquidity king, powering seamless asset transfers and yield across dozens of ecosystems without bridges or wrapping tokens. The real backbone of interoperable DeFi. Big shout. Let's have a look. The X account has 324 followers. I'll follow them. Let's check out their website. Stargate Swap. So Stargate Finance resources. Pretty techy. Straight into what appears to be a DEX swap transfer. I don't know. Let me see if I can find a website. Is there a website on these guys? Is that it? Let's have a look at CoinMarketCap. STG. Target Finance. Market cap 175 million. Take market caps with a pinch of salt, as I'm sure we all know. Max supply 1 billion. Click website through here. All right, yeah. So this is a pure protocol, and they're not trying to fluff it up. They're just not trying to fluff it up. You hop straight into their protocol. I would have liked to have seen some working docs. Okay. I always feel a bit techie though, isn't it? Like when you have to start clicking through and trying to find information on a project, always makes me go a bit like. Not everyone is tech savvy, and it's like if you want to get mass adoption, if you want to get bigger users, you just got to take the friction points away. Make it easy for your users. If you can make it easy, that's one less issue you're going to have. Not sure about this one. I'm getting icky vibes on the workflow, on the navigation. Up 64% in a week. So the tokens, they've been trading for, let's have a look, 1 week. The token's been around for a long time, which is a good sign. If a project like this one was 2 months old, I'll be just sitting back and keeping an eye on it. It's it's been going for years. That's a green flag. The website's and the DEX is clean visually. Green flag. Navigation, I don't really like. That's not for me. So UX UI. Token's been trading for a long time. Their X account, big following. Are they fairly active on X? May 21, May 27. A little bit periodic. I would say this project is one to watch, but there's a lot of amber flags for me personally, so just keep an eye on that one. Let's hop out and take another look. Take a look at the last project that Collide are featuring, which is WorldCoin. And their ticker WLD. Scaling Iris-powered World ID. I mean, this project got loads of heat for obvious reasons when it launched. And I just didn't know if it sat right with me, but I kind of, unless I'm invested in it, I'm not paying too much attention. And I didn't buy any of the WLD. I didn't buy it back when it launched, and I don't hold any now. In fact, I don't hold any of the projects that are here. Doesn't mean I won't, but I don't at the moment. Scaling Iris-powered World ID for universal proof of personhood. Fighting AI bots while distributing tokens fairly and building infrastructure for truly human-centric digital economy in the AGI age. Now, one thing I will say is when this project launched, it freaked everybody out, but AI and, mainly AI is going to, it's just changing the world, changing the digital landscape. And it's going to be projects that focus on privacy and human humanization are going to be massive. The more important a person's independence is. And I think experience, people to people, it's going to be so important. So projects like this potentially are going to flip, I think. And whilst people didn't like them in the outset, they're going to be all over it. Because it's so easy to spoof accounts now. Deep fake, AI. You can create people in a digital landscape. In the digital sphere, proof of person or proof of livelihood is going to be massive because it's going to be so important. Their X account, I mean, that's like red flag central, isn't it? But building the human real network at World Network. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, so that was the wrong account by the looks of it. This is the one. World Network. World is a new standard for trust for the internet. Private proof of human, powerful financial infrastructure, and the human-first experiences they enable. If you're into DeFi, you might not like this project, but the world is governments, banks, law, society, economy. None of them are going away. So, for me, I'm skeptical. I kind of stand the fence. I'm skeptical, and I don't like the idea of being trapped and owned. But at the same time, we've got to be well aware of what developments are coming. AI. Let's take a look at this website. Get carried away. Decline all. Lift off. Watch live stream replay. I'm not going to do that right now. Get World app. So you can download their app on the App Store. Let's make the internet more human. Kind of went through that already. Website's cool, got plenty of use cases, shows the app working. Again, it freaks me out, but at the end of the day, your mobile phone captures so much information, or it has so much of this information anyway. Like people are like, let's scan your iris. It's like, well, your phone does it. Biometrics on your phone does a lot of this stuff anyway. So whilst you've got to be cautious, you've also not got to let fear-mongering scare you out of a reality, which is you've got to move with the future. World for business, world securely and anonymously proves that every user is a real and unique human online. Again, it makes sense to me. A project like this are building exactly what needs to come if AI continues on the path it's on. The trajectory that AI is on is phenomenal, right? Just up. So a project like this is one to keep your eye on. In fact, I'm going to deep dive this over the coming weeks. I'm not saying that I buy into the whole concept, but I'm going to pay more attention to it. World flagships. These are doing real world pop-ups, real world events, and that's always a good sign. Meet the people, meet the teams. What is world? Why now? I'm going to check out CoinMarketCap. See how the token's performing. World number 47. Last 24 hours, it's up. 1 week, it's up 35%. Market cap 1.65 billion. Yeah, these are an established project, right? So I don't need to talk about that really. But yeah, I'm more bullish on a project like this than I was a year or 2 years ago, because AI is freaking me out in a good way. It's a phenomenal tool. But you've got robotics, AI, digital era. It's mad, isn't it? So right, let's wrap things up. As I say, I'm going to be checking out the Collide Insight Week post every week moving forward. So if you like what you've seen today, please drop a like, share, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on X. Follow Collide on X. They're a company that I work with. They support me, I support them. and hopefully we're seeing more of us. So this is Crypto Collision UK. Have a wicked day, a wicked week, and I will see you again soon. Peace.